Are you tired of looking at perfect girls on Instagram and thinking, I could never look like that? Yeah, me too. But here's the thing. You don't need a glow up to become hot. All you need is a different mindset. I know that this sounds wild because this doesn't include fitting into any changing beauty standards. But beauty standards are a real thing, right? Symmetrical face, puffy lips, small nose, continue the list. And to be considered beautiful, I need to fit into those standards, right? No, wrong. You need something else entirely. A mindset shift. Let me break it down. Hi, I'm Alona. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about feminine psychology, self-worth, and relationship dynamics. If you are done shrinking and settling, this is the right place for you. So don't forget to subscribe and let's get started. First, let me tell you a story about a girl who didn't fit into any beauty standard. She knew about that, but she didn't care. When she walked into the room, all eyes were on her. She was witty, sharp, magnetic, incredibly hot. Men gravitated toward her, including the most desired man in the world, the future king himself. And that is because she didn't see herself as the ugly girl. She saw herself as the hot girl everyone desires. But our girl would never settle for what's offered. Even if he was the king himself, it didn't matter. She was always the chooser because she saw herself as such. Even though she refused him, he never got over her. He married a woman that was considered one of the most beautiful women of all time, but it didn't change his affections. Our heroine remained the love of his life. Of course, I'm talking about Queen Camilla and King Charles III.
Why would I care about her?
Because I care about her! Morning, noon, and night I care about her!
Turns out, hot has nothing to do with beauty standards. It's a combination of perceived value and self-worth. We all get attracted to people who don't apologize for existing, who are confident, who know their worth. And when somebody is attractive to us, we call them hot. But it didn't start with their appearance. It started with their identity, which means being hot is a mindset. Here is how it works. It's a chain reaction, which starts with your self-concept. You have a certain self-concept, the way you see yourself. A story you tell yourself about yourself. Who you are, how attractive you are, what you deserve. This self-concept, the first step, decides the second step, how you behave with others. For example, if you believe that you are not attractive, you will never approach a hot person that you like, or you will shrink in the presence of other beautiful women, which means that you will look uncomfortable. Your shoulders will drop, you will not maintain eye contact, you will not participate in conversations, you will not get a chance to show how witty and smart you are. But if, on the contrary, your self-concept says, I'm attractive, I have a lot to offer, I deserve the best, your behavior will instantly change. You will walk into the room holding your head high, you will move calmly, you will talk to people, and you will feel comfortable around them. And most importantly, you will not settle for things, you will choose what's best for you because you believe that you deserve it.
I figure I can be real with you guys, like Gail King real, and say that it would be a shame to waste all this in a tiny Chinatown office. I think we've got more of a front of house situation on our hands.
Your behavior, in turn, affects how people react to you. One more time, your self-concept decides how you behave, and your behavior decides how people react to you. Side note, we can directly control people's reactions, and 1 out of 10 people that you will meet will be an a-hole. This doesn't affect this principle. If you shrink and behave fidgety, people will see that you're uncomfortable and they will feel uncomfortable around you. Just imagine that you went out with a friend and they are upset about something. You will not continue joking around and being cheerful. You will match their energy immediately. Same thing happens with other people, which means that the way people react to you is directly affected by your self-image, the way you see yourself. Just like with Camilla Parker Bowles' example. She saw herself as the hot, popular girl, and people perceived her as such. That's the mindset shift. You decide to see yourself differently. The last step in this chain reaction is reinforcement. We see how people react to us and it reinforces the way we see ourselves. Let me give you a personal example. I grew up among Northern Europeans everybody was blonde, everybody was blue-eyed. Boys didn't give me any attention. I was the ugly dark girl. And I let it affect my self-image, which of course affected my behavior with people. I only started healing when I moved abroad. Now I live in the East among people with brown hair, dark eyes, and I've discovered from them that I'm actually attractive. It changed my self-image and it changed my behavior. I used to be afraid to look people into the eyes. Now I have a YouTube channel and I speak to big audiences. The uncomfortable truth here is I didn't need to move abroad to change my self-image. If I changed it earlier, blonde, blue-eyed people from my past would react to me differently. I know that for sure because I meet a lot of them nowadays and nobody reacts to me this way anymore. This mindset is under your control. If you change it, everything else will follow. It's a chain reaction. Example, let's take Anastasia Steele from 50 Shades of Grey. When we see her for the first time, she is awkward, shy, and uncomfortable in her own skin. During her first conversation with Christian Grey, she feels extremely self-conscious. She thinks that she is uglier than every girl in his office. She is fidgety, she's clumsy, she doesn't look him into the eye.
Thank you. Ready?
Whenever you are.
But by the end of the franchise, she transforms into an attractive, magnetic, interesting, bright woman. I don't know if you did, but me, honestly, when I was watching the third and fourth movie, I was thinking to myself, how did she suddenly become so hot? I mean, Dakota Johnson's face didn't change. Her body didn't change. But suddenly, her character is not an awkward wallflower anymore. She is incredibly attractive.
Please stop speaking to my husband as if I weren't here.
Anna. I have designed many prestige projects.
You may call me Mrs. Gray.
You might tell me, oh, but she's wearing different clothes. No, clothes didn't make her suddenly attractive. She started wearing better clothes because her self-image changed. This is how it works. Let's raise the stakes. So far, we talked about being hot and how it is a mindset. But how does it affect our lives? And does it affect them at all? Turns out our self-perception is capable of altering our lives completely. If you feel uncomfortable in your skin, you feel like you don't deserve more from life. You will choose okay partner, okay job, okay life. Maybe they won't be bad, but you won't choose what you truly want. Life is like a dinner buffet. It has everything to offer. Imagine a buffet with lobsters, marble beef, and stale porridge, and old potatoes, and simple burgers on it. A woman like Camilla Parker Bowles from our first example will confidently approach this buffet and put on her plate every food that she desires. If she wants a lobster, she will put a lobster. If she wants a simple burger, she will put a simple burger, and she won't feel self-conscious about it. This is what she wants. Period. But if you see yourself as undeserving, if you see yourself lesser, you won't dare to choose what you want. You will either choose things to prove something to somebody, or you will settle for whatever others left untouched. But I don't want this for you, so I will give you a practical technique that will help you to make this jump in the mindset and change your self-image for the better. Here it is. Imagine that tomorrow in the morning when you wake up, you look into the mirror and you see a drop-dead gorgeous girl. Sounds great, right? Take a moment and describe her in your head. How does she look exactly? What is she wearing? And then imagine that you are going through the day as her. What life does she have? What does she do? Where does she go? What are her hobbies? Who is her partner? Does she have a partner? And most important, how does she behave with others? Once you have all this information, your task is to start practicing behaving like her. You don't have to immediately transform your entire personality. That won't be possible. Take baby steps. Pick one interaction per day when you will practice being her. My suggestion: coffee shop. Tomorrow in the morning, you will go get a takeaway coffee. Yes, you will. You won't go broke. And you will talk to barista exactly like that girl would. See their reaction and report back. And remember, you don't need a new body to feel hot. You need a different story about yourself. Thank you for watching. I hope this was important to hear. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.